So Coco Gauff and Krejcikova, they're facing off in the quarterfinals of Roland Garros. Now, the Gauff has had a great year this year. She rose to her career high ranking, and she also has been in pretty good form. She made the semifinals of Rome. She lost to Swiatek in straight sets. She also managed to win an event in Italy, and she defeated Wang in the finals. So she's been in great form this year. She's gone some good form, and in this tournament, she's also played some great matches. She hasn't dropped a set in this tournament. Her first round match, she won it in two tight sets, 7-6, 6-4. In her second round match against Wang, which was a rematch of the final that happened in Italy, she won it in straight sets as well, 6-3, 7-6. Against Brady, she won the first set 6-1, and Brady didn't have to retire after because she was injured. And we can't really look at the stats because it wasn't a full match. But she did win 100% of first serve points and convert 2 out of 3 break points in the Brady match. In the fourth round match against Jabber, she won it 6-3, 6-1. She also didn't commit a single double fault, which was impressive for her. And she won 81% of first serve points, so pretty impressive for Gauff. And now she gets to play Krejcikova, who has also been in great form this year. Now, as I've said, she's been in great form this year. She won a title back in Strasbourg in France. She defeated Sursti in the final. And Krejcikova used to be known more as a double specialist. She used to be known more as someone who excelled in doubles, but now she's had a singles breakthrough, especially from last year to this year. And she's also been in great form coming into this quarterfinal. Her first round match against Pliskova, but it's the sister, not Karolina Pliskova, but Kristina Pliskova. She beat her in 3 sets, 5-7, 6-4, 6-2. Against Alexandrova, she managed to beat her 6-2, 6-3. In that match, she served 6 aces, so pretty good for her. Against Svitolina, she managed to cause the upset and beat her 6-3, 6-2. Then she played Sloane Stevens, who had a resurgence, who was defeating some higher-ranked players. She defeated Mukova, she defeated Pliskova as well, but Karolina Pliskova this time. But she managed to defeat her in straight sets 6-2, 6-0. And now she gets to play Coco Gauff in the quarterfinals, who has been in great form. Both of these players have been in great form as well. Now, both of them, they've never met, so they have a 0-0 head-to-head. Interestingly, both of these players have all of the matches that are being played in the quarterfinals in the women's draw. All of them have a 0-0 head-to-head. None of the players have met, so it just shows how there are many new quarterfinalists in this event. So my prediction, I think that Krejcikova will win. I think that while Gauff has been playing well, I think that Krejcikova has really been impressive so far. She's really done really well. She has been in really great form. She had match points against Swiatek, who went on to win a title, and she also won a title in Strasbourg, and she hasn't seemed to suffer the hangover effect. She seemed to also do well in Paris, so she hasn't shown any signs of fatigue from that, and she's been playing really well, so I think that she can win. I think it's going to be 3 sets, because both of these players are playing really well. All of the quarterfinalists in this tournament are playing really well, but I'm going to pick Krejcikova, and because she is a tad more experienced, I'm going to pick her to win this in a 3-set match. So, Maria Sakkari and Iga Swiatek, they're facing off in the quarterfinals of Roland Garros. Now, Sakkari this year, she's had a decent year, not so much on the clay courts, but on the hard court, she did have a good year. She did make the semis in Miami. So, and she also did in Doha make the quarterfinals. So she is having a decent year, but on the clay court, she hasn't really had the best year. But that has changed all here in Paris. Her first round opponent, she beat her 6-4, 6-1. In that match, she won 85% of first serve points. So pretty impressive from her. In her second round match against Paolini, she beat her in straight sets 6-2, 6-3. In that match, she won 81% of first serve points. So pretty impressive. In her third round match against Mertens, she managed to she won the first set. The second set, she should have probably won it, but she managed to win this in 3 sets. 7-5, 6-7, 6-2. In that match, she served 9 aces, so pretty impressive from her. And then in the fourth round match, she played Sofia Kenin, and that match was a little tough because Kenin was attempting a fight back, but she managed to prevent that. She won that match 6-1, 6-3. In that match, she won 84% of first serve points. That's pretty impressive. So she's only dropped one set, but now she's actually playing an opponent who hasn't dropped a set. So it's going to be impressive because she's playing an opponent who has been in blistering form so far. Now, her opponent, Swiatek, has actually been in great form this year. She won Rome. She defeated Pliskova in the final with a double bagel scoreline. She also managed to make the third round of Madrid. She lost to Barty in straight sets. And she managed to win Adelaide. She beat Bencic in the final. In that tournament, she also didn't drop the set. So she's also played well. And she also managed to reach the fourth round of the Australian Open. That's correct. So she's really had a great year this year. And in Paris, she's been able to get through some great encounters. Her first round was against her good friend Kyle Javan, but she managed to win that in straights at 6-0, 7-5. In the second round match against Peterson, she won that match in straights at 6-1, 6-1, only handing her 2 games. In that match, she won 80% of first serve points, so that was pretty impressive from her. Against Kontaveit, it was a tight test, especially in the first set. It was really tight. It went to a tiebreaker, which Swiatek won, and then in the second set was smooth sailing for her. And she managed to win the match 7-6, 6-0. In her fourth round match against Kostyuk, against a fellow next-gen player, she managed to win it in straight sets, and it was not easy. It was tight because Kostyuk kept trying to get some crucial points, but she managed to win it 6-3, 6-4. And now she gets to play Sakkari. It's going to be an interesting encounter because both players have played really well. Both players have played pretty good. So it's going to be something to watch out for because both players are really in good form. So these two players have never met, so they have a 0-0 head-to-head. So my prediction, I think that Swiatek will win. I think that while Sakkari is playing really well, I think that Swiatek has the upper edge. And she's been just in blistering form. She hasn't dropped a set since 2019. She hasn't even dropped a set. And she's just been playing really well this week. And even when she's not at her best, she still tries to find a way to win. So I think it's going to be a straight sets win. It may be tight, but I think it's going to be a straight sets win for Swiatek to make it to the semis. So my prediction is Swiatek in straight sets.